Christina, you know how we were talking about on the video before about having ID or a U.S. ID, or if people are being asked to leave the country and what we needed to do? So last week we had this transaction and the buyers came in. They've bought a lot of property over time. And when it got time for closing, we asked for their IDs and they gave us passports from other countries.
I think I remember this one, yeah.
And so inside the passport from another country, if there's no other type of U.S. ID, we look for some signs that the U.S. government has approved this passport, a visa, an entry stamp, just for the notary's sake, right?
Yeah.
And so when we looked in there, there was nothing that indicated that the U.S. government had seen this passport. And so explaining this to the buyers and asking them questions led us to determine that they were not here in a capacity that the U.S. government had approved. And so they've been here for a while. They have a company. They've paid taxes through the company.
And they had a child.
And they have a child here who was at closing, coincidentally. And so all of these things, the buyer said, well, I've never been asked for this before at any other title company. They've always just taken my passport. And so this gave me an opportunity to speak with him about a couple of things. One is, you know what?
FinCEN.
Yeah.
FinCEN.
FinCEN. And so that became effective March 1st. So, of course, he hasn't bought anything. And even though it's suspended, it's something important to note, because had it not been suspended, then we would have needed to report this transaction.
Correct.
And so that led us into the discussion about what happens when he goes to sell property because he's never sold.
Yeah, and he doesn't have a valid ID for now.
Correct. And the notary document, or the documents that needed to be notarized under the notary code, we could still actually notarize them with the passport that they provided because it was from a country who the United Nations recognizes and the type of documents. So it's very, very specific, and we had to make sure we had the full specificity of everything, right? But when they go to sell...
Yeah, what do we do when they go to sell?
So we encourage them to speak with an attorney immediately, because if they are asked to leave the country, right, and nothing really gets reported from us about this, everything has been in a line with buying it.
Yeah.
But when they go to sell, it's going to be a big deal. And so they do have a child, and he's over 18.
Okay.
And they also have this company that they could appoint somebody as a member for. So there's various ways to make sure. And I was so happy to be able to speak with them about this so that whenever they go to sell, they're not going to find themselves in a bad situation.
In a pickle.
In a pickle. Yeah, nobody likes to be in a pickle. So I think that it's important that we keep talking about this with clients and putting this education out there, because it's happening in real time.
Yeah.
And people really just don't understand. I mean, nobody's watching the news for FinCEN requirements at the title company.
Right.
I mean,
unless you're a money launderer, then you're watching the news about FinCEN.
Then you're watching the news. So always feel free to give us a call at Majestic Title, even if you just want to walk through something or talk it out.